coming to you with another episode of Rimworld. Alright guys, so where we left off in the last episode, we just actually lost Orange. Orange was going kind of psycho on everybody, to the point to where it brought us to where we had to pretty much take him out, so we had to kill him. We got a new guy, Leon, to join our group. He's pretty much not good at anything, but he has a love for melee, so he's a good, at least we got a melee character. We also have, of course, some semi-decent into growing, and some artistic, and some crafting, so he pretty much is the guy who we're going to be throwing into crafting. Since our guy can't even do crafting at all, I don't think. No, well, he can't really, but whatever. And we also got somebody from a drop pod, escape pod, but he's not on our side just yet. He's not really actually good at anything in particular other than social, but that'll be good for us later on when we actually get to the point where we need to start hiring and stuff like that more people, especially if we get prisoners and such. I'm trying to go through and cut up like the grass and trees and other things like that in the area, just to sort of clear out some of this, so that way we actually have some general idea. This was, of course, a solo game when we started out, so it was just kind to begin with. He did have some starting stuff, like he did, of course. He is, of course, the rich starter, so he did actually get to start off with some extra gold. Even got a charge rifle, which is one of the best games on, admittedly, in the game. No lie there. What are you doing? I think he's trying to cook these things and then he's screwing up or something like that. So hold on. Like, let's... Because, like, I just watched I read the mod update recently, and apparently he did do some updates to it, so he might very well have screwed us a little bit on this. So let's just make sure that's not the case. Okay, see, that's a little bit better. Alrighty then, there we go. Alright, we're good. I was worried there. I don't know about you, but I feel like the sound's not really going on. Do you guys hear the sound very well? I don't hear the sound very well. I hope you guys can hear the sound. Unfortunately, it has been raining a whole lot where I live right now. And unfortunately, you guys can probably hear in the background right now a dehumidifier. The dehumidifier is something that has to run, or else we will get mold in the downstairs area that we live in, the house we live in. It does not have good ventilation and other things like that down here naturally, so we have to have one that runs on its own. I don't know why it has to be in my room. I've asked 100 times if it can be anywhere else other than my room, and they refuse to answer my question on this, and they just refuse to actually give me, you know, an answer on that one. So, but unfortunately, when it does rain, if it rains even a little bit, that thing will run all day, every day for probably a week. Just because of the fact that there's so much water that gets underneath the house and gets underneath everything that it just ends up having to run and pick up all that water. And then the fact that most of the time when we end up dumping it out, we end up dumping it out next to the, right next to the door. So, oh, hey, look, we got Sloan. That's awesome. So that worked out great. So now we can actually get him off of warding. What's your, no, you're not any good. We can get you at to 1 and get you off of wardens, because he's our good one, and we can get rid of handling on here too, because we don't need him to be handling. We actually don't need anybody handling now, if I think about it. However, you do have like a 2 on, or a 3, so, and you have a somewhat of an interest in it. So, oh yeah, let's go ahead and make this into a player bed. Uh-oh. There's some peace talk opportunities, which is going to probably be interesting if we ever get to that point. No, you need to get out of here. Did he ever hunt that? Yeah, he did hunt that. Alrighty then. Alright, well, with all of that taken care of course he has an awful one. Let me look at this. I really don't want to make him wear an awful duster if I can avoid it. We don't have any tattered clothing or anything like that, and I think it's actually cooling down because we're coming to the end of summer. So I don't know. We'll see. Well, I guess summer's not really the end of summer, but you know, we'll see what we can do here. Now, obviously, of course, I'm doing my best to keep this essentially down, and there's not really anything in particular that we need to do at this very moment. There was some peace talks, so let me go in and look at the world real quick here. See if we can find those peace talks. I probably could have just jumped to those locations so I know where it was at, but I think we could probably, because they're usually close to where the base is actually at, so we can probably find them. That's where they're at. So I could send Sloan. If I were to send somebody there, how long was all this terrain? It's only 1.7 hours to actually travel the majority of this. Oh, geez. That's not good. Okay. Okay, that's all right. I was a little worried there. It's just a fox. It's not even just like an actual fox. It's a fennec. Not that fennec foxes can't be dangerous or something. It's just, you know, if I had to pick a dangerous creature, that would not be the first choice. Wow, this thing's going to kill Cayenne, isn't he? Now he's going to kill Leon. Wow, for someone who's not supposed to be that much of a threat, he totally just blew the shit out of my guys. Like, look at this. Look at those scratches. It's ridiculous. The good thing is that with the heal root oh yeah, that's right. We need to actually unforbid this so he can actually grow those. Hopefully what we're gonna see is that most of this stuff is gonna end up getting cut. That's what I really want to see, is most of this stuff getting cut down. Because I'd like to actually make a wall around the entire base. But I don't know where I would have to start. My biggest issue, obviously, of course, is all this mud that we've got around the base. So it makes it a little harder to actually build defenses and such. Let's see here. We can build there. And we can build here. We'll do that, because that makes sense. Can't build there. We can build there. How far across can we build? Okay, so we can do that, and then do that. Because that way we have that thing covered, but we don't... Okay, we're not going to be able to build anything there. So let's go down. And apparently there's nothing we can build there. Wow, all this junk in the... God, man. I don't know if I should actually... Maybe I should be... I wish I could blueprint, but unfortunately I don't have that mod. Man, there's so much mud. I think I'm going to use this as like a... No, I can't actually use that because I can't build... This is one of the problems I have to say I don't like about the swamp. The swamp, it makes it so difficult to build like just about anything in this. Because of all the... Like, this you can't build on. The mud you can't build on. I think you can actually build floors on some of this stuff. Right, like this stuff you can build it on. So I might be able to actually cover... Let me see here. Like, I might be able to change some of this to something that'll actually work. Here, hold on. I know a better idea. There we go. That'll work. That should work anyways. Because then we have... Like, this is all not going to let me. But if I do the floor, maybe it will. At least that's the hope here anyways. Of course. Fully healed. Woo! You're still healing, right? Yeah, you're still healing. Okay. So luckily the dehumidifier did turn off, but unfortunately usually it turns off and then immediately comes back on. So hopefully maybe it'll stay off, but we'll see. It's just one of those unfortunate things that happens in down here. And if you guys hear it, I do apologize. I'm gonna do my best to try and negate and remove that audio from the thing, but it is something that is in a lot of my audio, and unfortunately, it's not something I can avoid. I've tried so hard to get it to be changed, to be altered, to be somewhere else, to be something else, but it never happens, and I don't think it ever will. And I don't need you to be growing. Yeah, see, there it goes. It started up almost immediately. Yeah, it's just one of those things I can't stand. I wish I could do something about it, but I live with a pair of individuals who are very, 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 very paranoid about that kind of stuff. We had a dehumidifier down here for like ever since we've lived here. Like we've had one here forever. And we got mold, like a very tiny amount of mold, one time after almost like I'd say almost 20 years or so. And and like they just freaked completely out about it. Like so freaked out about it that they ended up buying like 3 of these dehumidifiers. They put them in like every room. There's one, there's like, they're loud as hell. They make the whole room like hot as hell. It's actually quite ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. It's one of those things that I realize I'm bitching about, and I probably shouldn't be on my little recording here. But hey, you know, I ain't got nothing else to talk about while I'm doing my work here on my game. I really, really, really wish that they would stop doing that. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I want them to be a patient if they can be a patient. But, like, growing's more important. And I even put him on a higher standing of growing than this. And he's just not doing it. He's just healing instead. And, like, I'd almost rather put him on a 3 patient, like, put them all on 3 patient, just so that way they'll stop doing that. But apparently it's just not going to happen. So we might as well just leave them on 2, that way we actually do get them to go in. It might be bed rest that's going on. At least he's healed now, so when he finally actually gets done with all of this, he'll actually go and do something. I probably should actually go put forth the effort to make a multitude. Like that. So that way I have more than just 10 meals. Because I feel like I kind of need more than 10 meals. They're going through them kind of quick. Even with the survival meals and everything like that going on. I really wish you'd prioritize working on these. Like, don't you have construction as number 1? You do. It's like on number 1 that you do construction, but yet you don't do the construction. I don't want him doing anything else other than this until he's done. Well, it would have been nice if he had done all of that, you know, appropriately. I think he's actually doing the work now. Okay. So now here's the question. Was that worth it? Aha! It was in fact worth it. And I realize that there's a gap there, but it's actually not too big of a deal. As long as they're next to each other like that, it creates a wall. So we'll be good. And just to make sure, I can't build right here, right? No, I can't. Oh, I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing is, since there's all this mud over here and all that jazz, we'll have this right here, obviously, but that's for other reasons. There's a multitude of reasons why I'm doing that there. I'm also going to put this here. It's not like we don't have enough wood here. I mean, look at that. Look at all the wood we've got. Kind of doing this for cutting reasons, because obviously we're going through all this effort to actually cut down a lot of this wood, these woods and such. So it's a good idea for us to actually go through and, you know, do as much as we can to get out or get around these areas. The only real issue, obviously, of course, is simply the fact that there is so much mud. It's one of those things that makes me want to move from this location. Like, to be honest with you, one of those things that I don't really like about the swamp is the fact that there's so very little space to actually build on. Since we're not in a mountainous area, we don't have any mountains to actually build into. There's purely the mud. Now, the luckily thing is we can build all the way up this side. The problem is, though, is that we can only build up this side. Like, we can really only build up this way. Down here, there's too much mud. Like, there's mud here, 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 mud here. You know, there's just mud everywhere. We could probably build over here, but that would just be like, you know, it's like there's so much mud over here, mud 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 here. Sorry, I'm repeating myself, but it's just there's so much mud, and that makes it so impossible to really build anywhere. Really splits up your building and the construction and everything like that. And that's what I'm mostly concerned about, is as I'm concerned about the area in which I have to build in and how much space we have. I'm thinking I'm gonna do something drastic. Maybe not drastic, but here, I know. Orders, we're gonna cut, and we're gonna cut everything in this area first, and then we'll cut everything here, everything down there, everything in the middle there, all there. I'm trying to think where would a good location be for another wall. I don't suppose we could put it there, could we? Nope. Ambrosia sprouts. Ooh. Interesting. I'm not sure how if those are actually something in one of my other mods, because I feel like I deleted all my mods. But I feel like some of my mods may be still in here, because I feel like this is actually part of the medieval mod. Or at least I could have swore that was part of the medieval mod. I'm trying to debate on how I want to do this. Luckily, they use the actual closest, like, wood. I suppose I probably should build the wall first and then build the floors. The only problem is I don't know where all the floors can go, so it's kind of like, let's see here. Let's go down this way and then across this way, and we'll cancel that, cancel these, and then we will go up this way until we get here, and then we'll go across that way. Okay. And then we'll do the actual walls first if we can. What all we can do with walls. Yeah, see what I mean? There's so very little that I can actually do with the walls until I get these things in. Luckily, though, we should be able to get all of this pretty much taken care of and cut up and everything like that fairly easily. Let me see here. Can I actually build the whole way? Yeah, I can now. I kind of want to build another one there. Because we're building around this mud area, so that will be the difficult part. But there'll be some rich soil that we can utilize. Like all of this is rich soil, for example. We could probably use that. Don't we have a dumping pile? Actually, in fact, let's just make sure we do have one right here. And then that also means we should build a door here. Just so that they can get in and out. And we'll put that here. And where's Kane at? Prioritize cleaning or making this a little bit easier. I knew that there was a dumping stockpile somewhere. Okay. So we got that down. We got this all set up here so that they can get that stuff taken care of. We're going to build a wall here. Okay. Alright, then we should be good here then. Ooh, combat supplier. Not sure if that's necessarily going to be the best thing in the world, but hey, you know, it'll work. Now, this is going to make us have a big wall of defense to actually protect ourselves with, but it's not going to give us a lot of actual defense to work with in the long run. So let's see, what do we have? Ooh, we could sell him the revolver. Honestly, we're going to sell him the revolver. Hey, even though we're not going to get anything for it, we are going to sell it to him. If only just because of the fact that the thing is an absolute worthless piece of crap. So it's best just to get rid of it at this point. If he had anything better than a normal revolver, I'd probably buy it. These high explosive shells. I might buy the regular revolver. If only just because of the fact that if I buy the regular revolver, it'll give me an extra weapon to fight with. Yeah, why not? Plus, it is basically trading it in for that, and he can't use it, but technically Leon can. He has shooting, even though it's not a very good shooting. Plus, if anybody else shows up, we can actually give him a gun. So that'll be good, I think. Are you any good with medicine? No, you're not. Unfortunately, aside from that, though, there's not really anything else for us to do with that. We'll have to wait for everything else to get done, and then we can throw in these extra structures. And we'll do something like that, like similar up here with the defense. As you can obviously tell, we're using a lot of wood with all of this build, but as you can obviously tell as well, there's plenty of trees for us to actually do it. That's the biggest advantage that we have here, is that there's plenty of wood and plenty of trees to actually do all this with. So, it shouldn't be too difficult to get this taken care of. Biggest issue we have really is just the simple fact that we don't have people plant cutting. Actually, that's what we probably should do, is orders plant cut. Because they only plant cutting like a handful of other things now. So if we give them the orders to plant cut, maybe they'll go around and actually do that. What's Sloan doing? Oh, he is plant cutting. Major break risk. And why are you having a major break risk? You're doing your favorite things. Yeah, you do have a bonded animal dead. Yeah, why is his sleep been oh, his sleep must have been disturbed because of the guys who were there. An awful bedroom, feeling bad, and ate without a table. Don't you guys have... Oh, okay, I guess I didn't have a table. I don't actually have a table. My bad. I can easily finish that, though. That should be no problem at all. Oops. I didn't mean to do a stockpile zone. Delete that, actually. I realized after the fact that I did a dump. I didn't mean to do a dump. I'd stop regular stockpile zone. I meant to do a dumping zone. Mind you, to be honest with you, I do need to also make an actual bigger stockpile because of the fact that we've got so much wood. We do have a pretty ridiculous large amount of wood, which means that we can probably do some other things with all of this wood. Wouldn't you agree? Let's see here. Can we make anything over here? I don't think we can make another house. I don't think we have enough space. Let's just see real quick. It doesn't look like we do. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then that would need to be right. And then floors wise, I don't suppose I can put down wood floors here, right? Alright, no, I can't. I didn't think so. I figured I'd check, though. Okay. However, we probably could make another building, like, right here. Oopsie. My bad. I got overzealous. And then we put one there, and then we put some floors in. And it's a little uneven, but, it, you know, hey, we'll live, right? A little uneven with the rest of these guys, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. We got a little alleyway here. And then, let me see what else we got here. Alright, so he's finally actually starting to get rid of these things so we can take care of them. And we have, like, less... We have our walls up and ready to go, essentially, but we don't have defenses, really. That's our biggest thing we don't have. I guess that would be somewhat of an advantage you'd have for, or with, you know, we can actually probably deconstruct these. Mud. God, the mud drives me nuts because it's always in the way. I'm probably going to deconstruct this, to be completely honest with you. It makes a little bit no sense as to why I have it here. Other than to redirect enemies who come in from this direction. You know, maybe that actually would be a good reason to do that. It makes enemies move in from this direction, forced to come in from this to go up this way. But what I think I will do, though, is make another... Dang it, I can't make another one over here. Gosh darn it, all this mud. I wish there was a way to get rid of it. So there's no way to smooth the floors, right? No, can't do that. Flagstone? No. Well, maybe he's thinking, maybe, I don't know, just, you never know. I was just trying to think of something. Copy. 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 And copy. I don't think there's anything else production-wise we want to do. Let's do another quick plant cut. Oh, shit. just in this general area, so that way we have all that taken care of and out of the way. And we don't have to worry about it no more. Hopefully we won't be cutting down any trees. Other than this one. But I think that's a not fully grown tree anyways. This way we'll make it so that most of the grass and stuff like that won't grow over here. Like, in fact, as far as I'm aware of, as long as we actually cut everything down before anything starts growing, like, which should happen, this should make it so that we... you ain't going to sleep until you at least cut that. This should make it so that none will actually grow over here because they can't come over this way, and it's prevented from traveling in this direction simply because of this, and then we can't get any from this direction because of the fact that we have this here, this is all the walls here, and everything else like that. So we should be actually really good here with all of that. Ooh, an escape pod. Good thing I decided to build me a... Always good, I think, to just go on ahead and capture them, if you can. These guys are going to be your best bet when it comes to getting people, because it's super easy to get them. Well, I shouldn't say super easy, but it's a lot easier to get them than it is to get prisoners from, say, the guys who are attacking you. And we'll chat and recruit, and we'll make sure you're the only warden, right? Yeah, Sloan's the only warden. He's the good warden. I'm actually here. What's your level at? You're wow. Okay, you actually have better social than he does, which is great. Totally what I needed. Jesus, I don't need social. I mean, you know what I mean? I need other things. I mean, she's good with intellect at least. At least I think it's a she. It is a she. Female, yeah, okay. And I guess she's okay with crafting, so I don't know. I think we're gonna end up having to have you use this, because you're the only person who apparently can use this stuff right now, and it's getting on my nerves. Plus, it makes it so I think he can grow heal root better. Let's do orders harvest. The heal root that's over here. Nothing over there. Anything over here? Nope. I don't know what to do about this. You know what? I need to make this bigger is what I need to do. Right, that. And then we can make deconstruct. Not that one. That, and that. And then structure, wall. We can't put a wall here. Oh my gosh. Just out of curiosity, could I? Yeah, I can. And then we build a roof. I was gonna put another solar panel here, but unfortunately this does not compute. It doesn't allow me to actually do that. And what we're gonna do actually is we are going to put a comm station right here in the dead center of this, so we can actually use it. And then we also have extra space, a little extra space anyways, to do that. Boom, there we go. Oh, and then let's of course make the floor. Gotta make sure the floors are all nice and cozy. Make sure that they don't, the grass doesn't end up growing over here. Not that I think it matters, because we have the floor right there. And then, I guess we need to do that, don't we? If you guys can hear my dehumidifier at all on this one, again, I want to apologize for it. But I want you guys to know that I have to deal with it literally all the time, every day almost. During the winter, it's usually a little bit better because it's dry. It's always really super dry in the fall and in the winter. So usually we get an opportunity for it to just not go. But unfortunately, like I said, when it rains, if it's just one rain, whether it's winter, summer, fall, spring, doesn't matter, this thing never stops. And the worst part about it, really, in the long run, is simply the fact that I can't get rid of it. It's simply the fact that I can't do anything about it. If I could get rid of it, if I could do anything with it, I would. I promise you. I can assure you of that much at the very least. Am I allowed to put 17 years old? Sure, why not? It's a female teenager, good with growing, animals, social, shooting, and cooking. Okay, well, you're gonna become our cook then, if that's gonna be the case. You are gonna grab this. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. We got another one. Okay, good. Alrighty then. That means we got ourselves another person, which means we need to make another house. Do we have enough space for another house? I mean, we have enough space like over here and everything like that, but I'm kind of hoping maybe we could keep them over here. But I don't think that's going to happen. What about over here? Do we have enough space here? No, there's way too much mud. They sigh. We could end up building it here, but I kind of wanted to keep this space open for farms because it's a lot of rich soil. I don't want to, you know, be building shit on. And I'm already building on rich soil over here. Well, why don't we just build it here? Here. I always end up forgetting how to do my own buildings. Here. Gosh darn it. I gotta place down a foundation first before I can put down. That's so. Really? There's just one little tiny spot of mud, just tiny little spot of mud that I can't build on. Luckily, I don't care. It's not like you guys don't have enough wood. What are you doing? Oh, wow. Really? Oh, and we got a new recruit, too, so that's cool. Alright, well, we don't have to have that, then. You know, we'll wait till it's actually done. I don't know what the hell they're doing. So, which one of these was the cook? Gustav? Alright, well, Gustav, you're going to be the one who cooks from now on. Let's get you down to... You're going to be the handler as well. Flick, bed rest to 2. Patient to 2. Firefighting to 1. Yeah, your doctoring's no good. Well, but you can go 2 with that, because your doctoring's better than everybody else's, at least. Gustav's the one with the gun, right? Yeah, Gustav's the one with the gun. So you can go with 2. You can get off of hunting altogether. Yeah, you got good construction. You can go to construction. Both of you guys can warden, so whomever it is that wardens. I mean, they're both... You know what, actually... Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Either way is fine. I mean, you got a passion for growing, so you can stay with growing, I guess. We can stick you with mining. Your craft is kind of shitty, so we'll leave you. We won't do anything with that. Who's our best crafter again? It would be him, I guess, wouldn't it? Yeah, so we won't worry about crafting here. And then plant cutting should be on a 2 for everybody. And then hauling should be number 1. Cleaning should be number 1. And I guess none of these guys really need to... Well, he can do number 1 on the research. Technically, this should all be actually 2, but... You know. Okay. There we go. Got all our work orders in order. And we've got everything cleaned up. Everything looks all nice and purty. Eventually, I'll end up cutting all of this stuff as well. I just need to, you know, do something. I wouldn't actually make him not... Oh, wow, I didn't know his mining was actually as high as it is. Hold on a real quick question. What's his... Yeah, he is on mining. Okay. I did not know his mining was high. It was that high. Speaking of, actually... I realize that that's kind of cutting into my wall. Sorry, Gustav, you're going to have to wait. And what are everybody? Pessimist, brawler. So she needs a weapon, like a melee weapon for sure. I guess we could probably throw a crafting table down here, couldn't we? Crafting spot, I apologize. And then we can make a club. And you... Prostophile, which means we need to get some prosthetics in here. Misandrist, so doesn't like men. Fast walker, teetotaler. What does that even do? Sloan, gaining pleasure from chemicals. Ah, okay. Makes sense. Not really, but you know, it does. Sort of. Leon Peddler is fully healed. Would you guys hurry it up? Okay. Once we get this house done, though, I think I might be going on and calling it an episode. Sorry that this particular episode wasn't super exciting. We did get a raid at the very least, though. We got a couple of more guys. We got Kaloon on our team, as well as Gustav. And obviously, of course, we got Sloan as well at the very beginning. So we actually have completely fixed our problem when it comes to the people, to that people issue. So we got that taken care of. But now the question comes up is what to do next, you know? What should we do next? Obviously, of course, we don't really need any more people, so we probably won't be worrying about that. And we built ourselves a little, obviously, defense here, but we probably should shore up our defenses. It's probably what we really need to be doing here. So we need to probably either consider building a second wall to have like a double wall going. But that might be a little much for right now. Not that we don't have enough wood for it. But we probably need to, at the very least, consider construction things like some sandbags. Maybe get some turrets going. We might want to cut out like some of this area here so we get at least some general so we get some room to shoot at. Maybe cut this area out here so we can get even more space to actually get some targets when they come up from this direction. Hopefully what it is that what I'm going to essentially be trying to do here is I'm going to leave these areas open. Like I'm going to leave the bottom and the top open. So even if they come from over here or over here, they're just going to make the effort to just walk either over here or walk over here. The big thing I want to do, though, if I'm going to make that the case, is I would like to sort of block off this section here. So that way they don't just walk right up here and come right in. Or same thing over here. I kind of want to make it so that if they come in from this direction or if they come in from this direction, they actually have to go around something and then come down like a chute. That's what we're trying to effectively end up doing anyways, is we don't want them to come straight into the base like just like, oh, that, and then just completely ignores any defenses or anything like that. We want them to actually have to walk right down the hallway or some sort of like a hallway kind of thing and have them killed. So something like this, you know, on both sides. And then they end up having like turrets or something like that just along the way. So that way they just have to constantly go up and down it, and they just get taken out as they go. We can also do like deadfall traps and other things like that. So that could definitely work as long as we go along. So I am definitely going to go ahead and end the episode there, though. If you guys did enjoy this episode, please, by all means, go ahead and hit that like button if you liked it. If you really liked it, go ahead and hit that share button. And, of course, if you loved it and you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And, of course, as always, guys, good luck out there. And don't forget to have fun.